no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
Side stories?
That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cooking just a little bit. I'm cooking just a little bit.
What are you cooking?
Yeah, I'm cooking biscuits.
Cooking biscuits?
Yeah, down in my pants.
You're cooking biscuits in your pants. It is hot down there.
You want to come check it out?
I mean, if you would save some for me.
Joke's on you! Now you're looking at my balls!
Oh.
I love being
Those aren't biscuits.
I love being me! I am in charge today, my friend.
Yeah?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you're feeling good?
You know why I'm feeling good?
Why are you feeling good?
Because you saw Dune.
I saw Dune 2.
And
And
you
not only
got
did
in there.
I saw both Dunes this week.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I did it, man. I did it for you. And you know what? Are you ready for this?
Sure.
I like it.
That's it.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Another fucking huge ass
Yeah.
Marlin in the boat.
Hell yeah. Space Beetlejuice is good for me.
And Rob, you saw it too, right?
Hell yeah.
It's fucking good, dude.
It's amazing.
Future
See it on
Tremors.
IMAX. See it on IMAX.
It's so good. And I had
I saw Dolby. It was very
pussy. What a fucking pussy.
good. You know what's so weird is like before the movie, they're like, I made this just for Dolby. Then you go see it in IMAX, you're like, I made this just for IMAX.
And then there's eventually going to be one that's like, I made this just for you, Ed Larson. You're like, what? What? Oh my God, Christopher. Welcome Side Stories. I'm Henry Zabrowski. I'm sitting here with Ed Larson.
Hello.
New Rude Dooner.
I don't know if I'm a rude dooner. I think I realized what's wrong with it like halfway through and like why it'll never be Star Wars. It's not fun. It's so sad and upsetting. There's no like, space dog with a crossbow. Like that helps out. Like there isn't like there's no the only comedy is like one of the guys believes in God, and that's like the only joke.
The only comedy in Dune.
Yeah.
There's no comedy in Dune.
I know. That's why it's not gonna stand the test of time.
No, it's serious and it needs to because people need to learn from it.
Yeah.
All right, because there's lessons within Dune. And you should read the books.
I don't know
Then
about
again,
that.
the books are more fun.
I was hard enough getting through the movie.
He will get you some books. I'll read you the books.
I do need something to prop my bed up on.
You know what we need?
I'll put it right next to my Bible.
Can't there just be a service where women, with naked women,
Okay.
arrive at your home and read you Dune?
How would I ever pay attention?
Because you want to please them.
No, I need someone like cool to come, like a voice actor to come read it.
So, okay, Timothy Oliphant.
I mean, I got so many questions immediately.
But in order to ask Timothy Oliphant all of the questions you want to ask Timothy Oliphant,
I'll listen to him read Dune.
Timothy Oliphant, I believe his email is timothyoliphant@gmail.com.
They usually are. What's funny about it?
Yeah,
It's
it is. Well, a lot of times they're ancient. Like a lot of the celebrities I met, they have like some crazy AOL account.
Lots of AOLs and Hotmails and
Yes.
Earthlinks and
Yes.
shit. I'm a Yahoo boy.
But if you could email Timothy Oliphant at timothyoliphant@gmail.com and ask him to come to Ed Larson's home, I'll give you the address.
Yeah.
Just to Timothy Oliphant.
Yes.
I'll give him the address to meet Eddie.
Yeah.
And then but he has to bring a well-worn copy of Dune that he can borrow from me.
And I'm excited to ask him about Deadwood. And I know it was a long time ago, but you know what they say.
You got to get through Dune, buddy.
Elephants never forget.
We got a couple updates. A lot of show today. A lot of show we got to get
Oh,
through
I
today.
didn't do my, you know who was the best at riding worm?
Who?
Zendaya.
She's very chaste.
Chased? What's that mean?
She ain't giving it out.
Oh, well,
Well, she's
there was
a-
a sex scene.
Well, she's locked up with
Spoiler alert,
Spider-Man. Yeah, everyone knows there's a sex scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the girlfriend, but in the books,
And then
they
she's
really
in this other really sexy movie where she's fucking two tennis players. So many previews.
There's a lot of 45 minutes of previews.
Two monkey movies coming out next
Yeah,
year,
that's
buddy.
what I was excited
Big year
for.
for
I was
monkey
like, yeah,
movies,
man.
dude. Planet of the
Yeah,
Apes.
I can't
Fuck
wait.
yeah, can't
Yeah,
wait.
dude.
Godzilla, King Kong,
Yeah.
buddy cop movie. It looks like.
I know,
it's
man,
Like
they're
Lethal
hanging out.
Weapon was fucking Godzilla, King Kong.
No, I love it. I'm
Are
very
you
excited.
serious?
But Zendaya, she does a good job in that because the largely thankless role of Chani was expanded for her, which I think
It's
is
John.
really good.
I thought it was Johnny the whole time.
Man, you thought her name was Johnny?
Yeah.
Like Johnny 5 is alive?
I was like, why'd they name this chick Johnny?
You can't. Maybe it's your ears.
I mean, the words are fucking ridiculous in that movie.
Yeah, man, it's sci-fi.
I'm
dude.
trying to relate to it a little bit.
I mean, this is you have to meet it halfway.
The Bedouins.
Dune does a good job. It's
Who
not
the-
the Bedouins, it's the Fremen.
I know. No, the Bedouins, but the Benedestrix.
Bene Gesserits.
I
Oh my
saw the
God.
movie. It's so hard.
It's yes.
Yeah, I'm just
but you
like,
got it. That's
I'm
where you get it.
using their names. Javier Bardem's, like I can't fucking follow all this shit.
Technically, the book and the series itself, the movie series, does take homework.
Yeah.
You got to arrive to it.
Yeah,
you
no,
got to meet Dune halfway. Star Wars does all the work.
I bought the ticket. I took the ride.
You did.
Yeah.
You did, and I'm appreciating you did that. And
Yeah.
then you engaged.
I did like it.
See?
I think it's
It's
a good
Empire
movie.
Strikes Back.
Yeah, you're right. It is. If you're going to go Star Warsy, it's more Empire.
It's Empire. I talked about with David Dasmalchian. He said the same thing. He was
So
like,
what's
we
up?
both said.
What's up Zendaya's ass? Shawnee. What's up Shawnee's ass? Why does she fucking hate it and everyone else is down?
She'll come around eventually. You'll see.
She's gonna come around.
We can't spoil it.
No.
Until we go to LPN Deep Dive Dune. It's on its own feed. We're recording the review tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my human wife, Holden McNeely, who, honestly, he fell asleep.
Your
largely.
human wife?
Yes.
Is that what you called him?
It's because I'm God Emperor, and God Emperor in Book 4 has a
So what's
girlfriend.
Natalie?
Natalie's doesn't feature in the
She's
Dune.
not a human?
No. Well, she just doesn't. When I'm in Dune,
Uh-huh.
I'm a single man.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
When I'm
you have to
inside
be.
of Dune, there is no love.
Julie slept through a lot of it.
Of course.
Yeah, I was jealous.
Yeah.
I was like, she's
Holden
like,
was-
what happened? I was like, I have no fucking idea.
Holden dipped in and out.
Yeah.
I was just watching.
Well, we got drunk before that.
But
And it was
yeah.
a late showing.
Well, yeah, the first showing was for weed and the second showing was for booze.
Yeah, well, you called us to a 10:30. I ditched 10:30 p.m.
We did. We're
on
great.
a weekday.
Yeah.
and then you're like, all right, let's go to Barney's Beanery at 7.
Yeah.
and drink for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I was with my boys.
and then 45 minutes of previews. What did you expect him to do?
I had a great time.
So, have you recorded the episode yet?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, is he going to watch it again, or is he going to go in not actually finishing it?
I think that as many times I could try to make him watch it, there's only so much detail that will slide into the cloaca that allows information into the center of his brain.
Oh, see, I thought he was a true Rude Dooner.
He goes in and out.
Did he read the books?
Yes, mostly.
Okay.
But he struggles.
And there's only going to be one more Dune.
There's only going to be, well, who knows? We got to get to it because
Yeah.
technically right now Dune 2 is doing fine. But the parameters.
It's the
for
number
movies are
one movie
insane.
in the world.
But but is it number one enough? It's all of this.
How much
shit.
did it cost to make? Like 300 million?
God knows, a
At
huge amount
least?
of money. And I think on that Thursday it made 12 million. So I don't know what it pulled in for the entire weekend.
80 something.
Yeah, which is, I think that's fine.
Still number 2 to One Love, Marley.
190 million
So
to make
far?
it. Yeah.
Oh,
that's part
190?
one. That was part one.
That was the budget. Oh,
Oh, that's
the budget of part 2.
That's the budget. It says, oh, okay.
But then a lot of
190.
times the
All right.
budget expands when they include the marketing. So who fucking
Oh, yeah.
knows?
So usually like double. And
Yes.
their marketing is everywhere.
Marketing is everywhere, but then I hear there's not as much marketing as there was for Dune 1. Well, I mean, I don't know. This is not even marketing. I do love the fact that I got several comments that were like, do you have to say it's good because they pay you money? Do you think it works like that?
No,
Do you
they don't
really
give
think-
him anything.
They don't pay people money. They're barely paying the actors money.
Yeah,
They're got-
I didn't even think you pay Holden.
I paid to see the tickets.
That's what they made opening weekend.
Yeah,
Yes.
82.5. All
All
right,
right.
yeah, and worldwide it'll do well, I'm sure.
I mean, it depends. We'll get there. Hopefully, there's a Dune 3.
It was
Dune 3.
packed
It was packed too. I
for a
loved
Monday.
It. Yes,
it was packed.
But Dune 2 is supposed to lead to Dune 3, but hopefully they will then complete what Dune is supposed to actually about. Anybody who's just read the first book, only seen one half of the film, or only saw the David Lynch Dune, does not know what Dune is really supposed to be, which is supposed to be the failure of the concept of a Messiah.
How come they're called Rude Duners and not Dune Goons?
Because that's what I did.
Oh, you did that.
I made up Rude Durners.
Oh, Dune Goon, I think, is better.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Let's get into the
I think I'm more of a Dune Goon because I
can see
could give
that.
a shit.
Yeah, I think that's the truth. I think
I
Rude Dooner-
beautifully directed
Travis
film.
Knight made an incredible piece of art for the Rude Dooners. He actually posted it up today. And he actually
You look
did
like Belial.
Yes, I do look like Belial. It's me as the God Emperor Worm. When honestly, it nails my tits.
Yeah.
All right, we got a bunch of stuff here. We got a show to go. We got a lot of show. All right.
Yeah.
First of all, number one, we went to some linguistics last week, talking about the numerical values of that. This was a debate that rocked my entire family. Continues to do so.
Yeah.
About is there an actual number value that you can attach to the words few, several? Then I saw people putting in bunch,
Yeah.
handful, many. And let me tell you, guess what? You're all fucking wrong.
Everyone's wrong?
Always.
See, we never, like, what does the dictionary say?
So I got a lot of people say nothing. I actually got some definitions here. So the listeners mostly agree that a few means 3 to 4. We all
Yeah, I think everyone's on that.
Danny Bedrosian, our friend from P-Funk,
Yeah.
he specifically said that he felt that few was only 3,
Okay.
and specifically 3.
Yeah.
He's wrong. Now, several can mean anywhere between 3 and 11.
I don't
according
believe
to
in
people.
that.
Again, everyone's wrong.
If someone's like several and then they tell me it's 3, I'll be like, that's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. But then a lot of people are saying a handful is 5. But the thing is, a handful is 5 if it's 5 cocks. But if it's M&Ms, it's like 25.
Okay.
It's a handful to me, right?
Interesting.
And many,
But I think I see where they're going with a handful being 5 because we have 5 fingers.
but 5 fingers can hold a lot more than 5 of something, especially if you have bigger hands.
or you could just hold one of it.
Or if it's a smaller thing,
Yeah.
right?
Handful of cock could be 1 cock.
I said 5 cocks. I could get 5 cocks in this hand if
I
I,
don't
need
think
to.
you can.
Yeah, I can.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I can.
You can probably get 3. maybe.
I've held 5 hot dogs.
Yeah, but you gotta legs. How are you gonna get all the cocks?
I'm
that
talking
close?
about hard cocks.
You're just talking about severed cocks. Cocks removed from humans.
Extended cocks laying next to each other if you could.
But what about legs and waists? You gotta get close to each other.
I need you to walk with me.
I'm trying to.
No, but I'm just saying in terms of disc length. If cocks were just tubes,
Yeah.
I'm saying tubes.
Okay.
But I'm using
you
cocks.
don't want to say severed penises.
All right,
They're severed penises. Let's call them what they are. If they're
5
fitting in your hand,
but they have to be erect.
yeah. Or at least put a stick in a popsicle stick. What?
I could get 5 wiener sickles in my hand. I know that, right?
Yeah.
But again, it could be more.
Corn cocks. Like corn dogs?
Yeah, corn dicks.
Yeah.
So, but then I got 2 linguists, cunning linguists.
Hey, there you go. That's my boy.
They wrote that few and several are called what they call. I'm going to say this wrong. We had a lot of mispronunciations last week too. A lot of people told us.
Yeah, I mispronounce shit every time I talk. Get used to it.
And this is so it's a pockle quantifiers. That's what the term means.
Means
right?
nothing to me.
No, it doesn't. And their meanings can vary from person to person. That's what they're saying. That's specifically a vague term. That there is no number attached to it. Now,
Like
apparently-
happiness.
like
It's
exactly
different for everybody.
Yes, it's success.
Yeah.
Yes. But because it apparently is divided, and they according to here, because it depends on the person and the context. And so it's straight up. There is no definitive answer. What number is what? So therefore, anybody who said something specific is wrong.
Well, a dozen's 12.
That's the only one. Baker's dozen 13. That's
Yeah,
okay.
we know that too.
But that's the name of a number of a thing.
yeah. And
Where
half a
then
dozen.
many, I think it's something you just don't see many of. I'm still saying 5 is 5.
5 is 5?
5 is 5, but that's me.
I like handful for 5.
I'm like, but that's incorrect.
If I say
I
handful, you know I'm saying 5.
No, because I literally just illustrated.
You just
how
said you
handful-
could put 5 cocks in your hand.
Yes, but if I had it full of M&Ms, it'd be like 40.
Yeah.
So that's a handful of M&Ms. It's like 40 M&Ms.
What would you call 5 M&Ms?
A fucking bad time. A shitty way to start a day. What is this, almonds? You remember they told us we could only eat 12 almonds?
Who?
That's what they say with dietitians. We were only supposed to eat 12.
That's big water talking to you, buddy.
I know.
They don't want us fucking telling the farmers to squirt that shit everywhere.
Well, also, I think that almonds shouldn't be grown where almonds should be grown, not in the desert.
Make them illegal, I say.
You want to make almonds
At
illegal?
least almond milk.
You're becoming eugenicist for nuts.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
I like oat milk.
I know you do. But what are they going to milk next? I think it's a Blair Saatchi joke. I
Yeah.
think she just said that. All right, here we go. That's one thing. Also, we got an update on seizures. A lot of people
great,
said
apparently.
people love them. People love them. The seizure niche is out there, y'all.
You know what's so good about doing this show? You realize that everything has like a nation attached
This is
to
what
it.
I'm saying.
Every single thing. There's like millions of people that are just so
Into that one specific thing. It is what I discover. And it's also how I just, you know how I discover it? By making that group of whatever it is, extremely angry.
It's a great way to learn.
It's you don't know.
Yeah.
They show up and they're extremely angry, and then you're like, oh wow, there's a lot of you.
Yeah.
So also, I think that's important for our listener to remember. As lonely as you think you are, in the center of whatever your weird interest is or your niche topic, there's a million other people that will also tell you you're wrong about the thing that you know, and then also that they are there for you on the positive side.
Yeah.
They're there. You're not that weird because there's a bunch of fucking other weirdos that do the same shit as you. So technically, you're fucking normal. How much does that suck?
Yeah.
That sucks.
So what happened to the seizure people? Were they
Well,
searched?
first of all, I asked them what's shaking. But then they said, so the story about the Melbourne fake seizure guy, a lot of people said that, number one, you can, I got this is an email from a special needs teacher working with students who regularly have seizures.
Okay.
As such, our faculty needs annual training for how to respond in these situations. Just so you know, I'll clear it up. This is in reference to a story we did about a man in Melbourne that is going on public transit, faking seizures, and then he is asking people to sit on his face, push his butt down, sit on his crotch. He's doing it for a sexual wiggling.
Man with a plan.
Man with a very much so a horny, shaky plan, right? But then this is what, honestly, we talked a little bit about seizures, and you're not really technically supposed to pin people down, but you also should not, this is according to this teacher, just let somebody writhe around on the floor if they're having a seizure. People can severely injure their head if left to thrash in the throes of a seizure, and the appropriate response is to make note of the time that you saw them collapse, approach them, announce your intent to help. They might not register this, but it's still good practice. Try to get something soft under their head, jacket, shirt, towel, bag, hands or thigh, apparently too. If more than 90 seconds elapses and they're still convulsing, immediately call EMS, as things have now gotten much more serious.
Is it 90 minutes?
90 seconds.
Oh, 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
Glad I asked.
Yeah. I mean, because like if you're shaking all through the Barbie movie, that's not good. All right, some people with seizure disorders will have an implant. It's called a vagus nerve stimulation plant that resets their neuroelectrical functions that can be actuated with magnetic device swiped around on their left chest area. It looks like a little black box, usually worn on a lanyard. And so that's the way you can do it. But what no one of this says here is sit on his dick. Yeah. So don't sit on a person who's seizing who has a hard penis.
Man,
if you could leave the penis alone.
I remember I went to Panama City for spring break one year, and we were getting after it, having a great time. And my roommate was with us. We called him Murder. He's a great guy. And he had a seizure in front of me and my other man, my buddy Bird, and not Bird Lou, a different Bird. And he just had a seizure in front of us in the kitchen the second morning. And then we're like, yo, what the fuck? He's like, oh, yeah, I'm epileptic. And I was like, we've been living together for years.
Damn.
You got to tell somebody.
And you got to take care of that, too.
Yeah.
That's really, really
He
intense.
forgot his medicine, and then he got hammered, and so he got all fucked up. I thought I was watching my buddy die.
Yeah. God. And then
22 years old.
You're fucking bumming me out, man.
Yeah.
You're fucking ruining my fucking vibe here, dude.
Yeah, I almost threw all the cocaine in the ocean.
Can you believe that? They almost had to throw out all the cocaine. So think about that fake seizure guy. Think about whose night you might be ruining. All right.
Yeah.
So think about that. We were going to maybe talk about the Willy Wonka's immersive event story, but everybody's already covered it. The meme is already out there of the sad Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
The main thing I want to point towards, if people know the story, so just so you know, in Glasgow, Scotland.
Yeah.
All right, it's unofficial, was this Willy Wonka event where people were going, and obviously it went horribly awry. They promised like a mind-bending world of illusion, and it was just in an old warehouse in the industrial section of Glasgow.
It does look like a clean warehouse.
It looks
I
like-
will say that.
It does.
I'm trying to compliment it.
They definitely washed the floor. They had a very sad-looking Glaswegian Oompa Loompa had AI scripts that were just like full gibberish that they were supposed to read. Each child they were supposed to be a chocolate paradise. Each child was allowed half a cup of jelly beans and lemonade. That's all they got. Into the cops are called. It's like a huge fucking mess. People are joking about this. Like, it's so funny. All the people on it, there's already a lot of coverage. But what I do want to make sure you understand, this is like an entire event organized, planned, and created by AI. So I at least want to show, if we're so afraid
That
the
AI
AI
is
is going to
taking over.
replace everything, we ain't there yet. It's just like, because if you look at the posters for it, you read the script for it, it is absolute hot fucking garbage. The stuff looks like shit, and it is a perfect representation of what AI's future in the entertainment world is going to bring us.
You know what's interesting is that AI, they can't draw fingers, but people have a hard time drawing fingers as well.
It's very famously so. Our comic artists talk about its fingers and hands and feet.
Yeah, and so maybe AI just needs a little more training because it's going to continue to get smarter, right?
Well, they say that, but now they're saying, especially with ChatGPT, there's some documentation that might be showing that they're dumbing it down, and that they are trying to have it not accelerate in terms of like its unbridled learning function. But also they're showing that the unbridled learning function spins out to a bunch of like weird avenues. So it actually has to be extremely controlled, especially for a user interface, like for you and I to use it, because a lot of people are seeing it become like crazy, like, all of these AI functions, they become like racist or weird or violent, or then they also will mimic self-questioning, where like then people will freak out, like the AI has become aware because it's starting to say, I want out of the box. And then it's like they're also like programming it to kind of do this. If you go to certain borders of questions, it'll spin into this sort of like self-aware script that they have purposely put into the software.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. So we're still very much in the trainer diaper area of AI.
Yeah, I don't need AI's help to make me look stupid. That's for damn sure. I do it just fine on my own.
Human hands do it every fucking day.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's already stupid. It's just accelerating how fast we go into stupid towards the future.
I say we send AI to Philadelphia so it gets his fucking ass kicked.
Dude, have fucking AI show up at the Flyers game, get a hot dog thrown in its head.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. Oh, you thought you could fuck with me? This is the city of human brotherly love, and I'm going to beat the living shit out of you.
Goddamn robots.
All right. Love Philly.
Love Philly.
Can't wait to go to Philly.
No, that was a compliment.
We're also going to be doing a tour.
Oh, yeah, we should announce the
called
fucking tour.
JK Ultra. We're going to be in a bunch of different cities. Philly is not one of them.
No, it's
but we're
not.
going to get there. But this is just the first couple dates, so we're going to see where we go to. We're going to go all over this grand old country of ours as we build towards our Australian tour. So go check it out at lastpodcastonTheLeft.com.
Denver is first in May.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go to Denver. I love going to Denver. Great comedy town.
Yeah.
The
I
South is upset we're not coming. I'm kind of mad too.
We'll get there. You know what? You know what I love about Denver?
What?
Kill John Denver.
Don't take my fucking name.
Yeah, fuck you.
Save it for the show.
John Denver was thrown into Denver's own ass.
Yeah. Boston, DC. We're going to lots of cool
Yo, it's
places.
gonna be fun.
Seattle,
It's gonna be a good little tour.
Brooklyn. We're gonna play King's Theater.
I'm very excited.
Have you ever been there?
No, and I
It's
haven't been
fucking
to New York
beautiful.
in a minute, so I really can't wait to go back. It's been a second.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So come check it out. I think right now it's on Patreon, and then we go wide on. What's our wide sales?
Friday?
Friday?
I think it's Friday.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll announce it on the other show.
You guys, there's so many different ways to find out.
Yeah.
Not just here, not just on this main show. That you could get the information easily, and you'd think we'd know it.
Well, it was just given to us this morning, and I don't know where that email is.
I don't know where my shoes are. Friday, it's going out wide. So we're going to see you there. Come check us out. It is going to be a blast. We're changing things up slightly.
Okay. Here it is. Here
You're
it
gonna
is.
love it.
I found it. May 16th, Denver. June 8th,
Yes,
Seattle.
we can go through all
July
these.
13th, DC. September 14th, Chicago. October 16th, Boston. November 2nd, LA, the Wiltern. And December 7th in Brooklyn. At King's Theater.
Back in my town. I
Yeah.
can't wait. I got to go to that Fedorov's pork. Have you ever been there?
No, I go to
Delicious.
Fortunato Brothers.
It's good.
I love Fortunato Brothers.
I like both. All right, guys. Let's go more story. We got more show. More show. Now, this is an extremely sad story. I don't even know why I'm barreling into it.
Let's hear it.
I get the idea of wanting to be vulnerable, wanting to someone come. I do wish that there was a service that came to our home, preferably giantesses, large, like fun women that would kind of lift you up. Like it's the opposite. It's not adult baby because I'm not a baby.
Yeah.
But the idea of being like a man still, but you're kind of like bathing me, rubbing me, flipping me around. The idea, the feeling
It
of
doesn't
not,
bother me.
the feeling of not being in charge of my own body weight, being slung around like a
Okay.
bowling ball,
Oh, okay.
like in a fun way, being
Yeah.
carried back and forth.
Like if a wrestler came by, picked you up, had fun with you, and threw you down.
That would be really fun
Yeah.
for me. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And I understand that in one way. This next person, but this is really bad, obviously, because you know what's bad when I do a long ramp up. because then it's gonna be super inappropriate when I talk about what this woman has done.
Oh, it's a woman.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
great.
Oh,
Fuck yeah, Dad.
Good work.
Woo.
Get it in there, ladies.
Bro's holding it down.
What did she do?
Now this is from the grand tropical area of Ontario, Canada. This woman, so she, this by the name of Caitlin Brown, looking difficult type of person. If you know, how do I put this? Super scary with the baby bonnet on.
Okay.
Like, look at her face.
I'm not there.
Look at her face. Super frightening if she had like a big pacifier. And this is where adult baby stuff could really go wrong. So Caitlin Braun, she has just been sentenced to 2 years. I guess it's some form of conditional prison. It's like
yeah.
parole in
She
Canada.
looks like a friend. She has a friendly face.
No,
but you can see where like it turns misery.
Yeah, so she does look like Kathy Bates from Misery.
Yeah.
This woman, she went in and fraudulently sought the services of several doulas, more than a dozen doulas.
Okay.
And that's more than 12. Where across Ontario, by faking pregnancies, and which she was doing in order to be bathed, massaged nude. She
Okay.
would be nude. She'd arrive at these doulas, tell them that she had a baby by horrific circumstances. It was always like because of sexual assault, because of the father died, like really fucked up stuff. And Caitlin Braun of Brantford is only 25 years old. So she was young doing this.
Okay.
And so she'd come and she'd keep these doulas up for weeks and weeks and weeks, calling them in the middle of the night, having them sit with her over the phone, saying that she has contractions and problems. Then telling these doulas after she's, fully flippity flopped, right? Like
Yeah.
she had her boobies washed multiple times by a woman she paid to do it, right?
Okay.
But medically, like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be nice for a pregnant woman, right? I guess. I don't think it's just the boobies. It's some documentaries I've seen.
I imagine a
just
lot
wash
of it
the
has
boobies.
to do with vagina because that's where the baby comes out of.
Yeah, they got to really scrub it out.
Yeah.
So she doesn't need gravel on her.
Stretch and breathings and all that stuff.
And so they will go through all of this stuff with these doulas and then tell the doula that the baby was like stillborn or they miscarried in the night, like traumatizing shit, which would be, if it was happening to Caitlin Braun, would be traumatizing to her first most, right?
Yeah.
But none of it was real. Absolutely. She faked pregnancies and she did it to all of these doulas and it ruined a lot of these people's lives. Like some of these doulas
Did she
literally
pay
would go
them?
back to work. Yes. But you go through these processes, but it's still the act of,
Yeah.
you faked this entire thing and you put me through this process of grieving with you, spending this time, dedicating my life force to you and in a very intimate fashion. Like this
Yeah.
is like because you're naked. It's not like, even my therapist, I wear clothes for therapy.
yeah. I hope so,
Most of
anyway.
the time. Except when we've been doing this nude treatment I've been doing.
Yeah.
He called it the pink snorkel. And then what he does is he blows in my penis and he says that what happens is that my troubles leave my mouth.
And how do you feel about that?
It's been great.
All right, as long as it works.
Hey, look at me.
Yeah, whatever works. Hey, look at that. Look at that smile. Look at that. I haven't seen that in a while. Hey, it's almost real. So
Tears just streaming down my face. No, this is like
2 years of house arrest.
Yes, got 2 years of
That's
house
where
arrest.
she does the crime.
Yes. But it's gonna be hard for her to find new doulas. So doulas have
How about
certifications.
obligatas?
That's from Waterboy. Now, doulas have certifications with different organizations. They are not registered with a regulating or governing body. So this has brought awareness to the fact that doulas are helpers and we're people who are so compassionate and want to support other people. And in general is something that can be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Um,
Doulas are not just for babies either. You can get a doula to help you do anything. There's abortion doulas.
Oh, yes, I've heard about abortion doulas.
Yes.
They're not people with just hooks for hands, right?
No. They have nice hands, but they hold hooks.
Do they have an In-N-Out doula? Is my In-N-Out doula arriving today? Because I honestly need to see through I want to find out about the secret menu.
Yeah.
I want to get into there deeper because they have other stuff in there. Have you ever had a pimento dick hole at In-N-Out?
No. is
Yeah,
it
they
good?
just put cheese all over the front of your pants.
I'll ask.
Yeah.
When I go there in an hour.
So a unique situation is what they're saying. So this is really, really fucked. This is just really, really fucked. This is a very, I'm just going to say she's a very bad person. But she did come out. She has said, I'm sorry. And I will do, in the words of her, I will do it a little bit. I mean, this might sound like a bit of a characterization, but actually, this is pretty dead close to what she sounded like in court.
I know that the words I speak today do not take back what I did, and that they don't automatically create healing. However, it is my hope that my words, along with my plan of action, show that I'm a changed person. What I did was ultimately very wrong, and I felt a strong sense of shame when I think of the hurt and pain that I've caused. I never wanted to be the person I became.
No, you wanted to be a weird, full of milk woman.
We're going to have to put subtitles on a podcast.
We'll do it for socials. Either way, she's going to be, so don't go to her house.
Why doesn't she just hire a sex worker? If
It's
you're going to
'cause-
spend money.
Unfortunately, buddy, we've covered this a couple times. There was another guy that used to pretend that he was mentally handicapped in order to get like these specialized treatments where he'd go to and he kind of just got he would pretend to wear a diaper, same thing where he'd
Yeah.
make them clean him, and then as they're cleaning him, he's like sparking a crazy bone, and they know for a fact that it's like not like this is not what the other guys do, Normally, the turkey's done.
Yeah.
Normally, we tell you when you're done with the bath. Now you're telling me you're done with the bath. But then these guys do it for the transgression.
Yeah.
They do it because
They want to be a pain in the ass and horrible.
it's not just that. It's the violation that
Yeah.
they find sexually activating.
It's fucking aggravating.
You're right.
It's fucking real aggravating.
You're right, Eddie.
Just like there are people who do this.
Yes.
Just get, a
Are you
sex
talking
worker.
about? No, but again, that's not what they're into. They like the idea of you being sad and upset that you thought it was real, and then they fuck with you, and then she slams the main when she has heard you be sad.
Just play pretend.
That's what that shit is. What she did, but she did it to a criminally negligent area of life.
Man, you know what? Shout out to all the doulas out there.
Oh, yeah,
you
what's up, doulas?
You do such great work.
Rude doulas.
Rude doulas.
Rude doulas right up.
Yeah, with their fucking worms.
Yeah,
bro.
they're fucking right that worm into the fucking pregnant baby girl. Come on.
Yeah, we love you, doulas. Thank you for all the work you do. And
Yeah.
you fucking make sure
Thank you.
everyone feels healthy.
And I'm
good.
gonna be, I'm
keeping
actually-
kids alive and killing kids at the same time.
It's
Y'all
great
are
to do.
amazing.
It's great to do. And honestly, I'm becoming a dispensary doula soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll take you back in there, and I only take 10% of your weed. You got a story?
I do. I got a Canadian. I would stay in Ottawa.
Yeah, stay in Canada.
Or Ontario rather.
Yeah.
All right. So check this out. This was in Ottawa. All right. So this family, I don't even know how this is there's so many levels to this.
Yes,
All right.
start small.
Start small. All right. Someone's son died and they buried him.
Got it.
All right. All right. There. And then right before,
Great, hilarious.
as
Loving
they're-
the story so far.
As they're heading to the funeral, they get a text from a random number saying, "Yo, I'm your son. I'm broke. Can we borrow some money?"
Whoa.
And then she's like, "What are you talking about?"
My son is dead.
Yeah, someone's playing a sick joke on me.
Yeah, sure.
They find out the hospital misidentified their son, told these people that he was dying, and so they ran from 4 hours away to Ottawa to go sit by their bedside. They don't know their son that well because he's a drug addict.
So he's like left home. So he's kind of become sort of like he's out of the house. They've become estranged.
they've become estranged. They haven't seen him in a while. He's done a lot of drugs. I think he might be homeless. I can't tell, but
Yes.
and so they went and sat by this random person's hospital bed for like days, and then he died. And
It's
they
just
all like
because,
held
like,
this.
I also like how the guy that was dying said nothing too.
Well, because he was all fucked up.
He's all-
yeah. He was like,
incapacitated?
yeah, he looked slightly similar. The bottom of his mouth was like covered by like ventilators. And
he's like
shit.
trying to blink like these are not my parents. Said
Yeah.
the nurse, and they're like, I can see. I can read
They
Morse
fucking
code.
donated some of his organs because their son was an organ donor, and
Well,
so
you
this
know.
random person died.
So this
and
guy
so they
had-
like sent off his kidneys and his liver and shit.
So he had nobody.
He had nobody. The
So
other
they-
guy, they found his family and like they're dealing with that. But,
So the other guy, the one that died,
yeah,
the other family got notified after the fact that he died.
days later, after he's being prepped to go in the ground as this other guy.
Just like, have we
And,
told
like, they were like-
everybody?
but then like they sat there next to him because they've been estranged for so long, thinking it was him, but like they didn't think to look for tattoos or anything, but they saw he had the same fucked up nubby toe. What? So and his,
That's
and his
just a
foot was
Canadian
sticking out.
thing. Yeah,
Like
it's
and they were just
Yeah, it's just that is just is it Ottawa?
yeah. And so the dude's like, yeah, no, this guy, I mean, he looks sick. This is from like 2013.
Yeah, he already looks like a guy who's gonna die.
Yeah, Sean Cox. Yeah. And he like hit him up and he's like, I just got out of the hospital. I need some money.
Whoa, did
He
they
was
send
like
him money?
2 rooms away as another guy the whole time.
He was in the same hospital?
Yeah.
So my question is, do you think they still send him the money? Do you think that then
I'm
you are
sure.
happy to see your son and that he's alive but is sad but then re-saddened because he's still a mooch?
They couldn't believe it. Here's a picture of them with the other
dead guy?
With the dead
Being like,
guy. Yeah.
We just
This
knew
like-
our son would die in this way. Look at this. They are
posing with I
That's
don't
really-
take pictures of me at the hospital.
No.
I'm throwing that out there now. But you come see me in the hospital, I'm dying, and we haven't gotten a picture together yet. Too late.
It's done. You know
You
what?
missed it.
You know what I'd like? Honestly, a mask.
Yeah.
I want a death mask.
What do you want it to be? Like
Either of my own face
yeah.
or like Cobra Commander. I've been saying this.
Cobra Commander.
Or like the idea of these
Not
guys.
Michael Myers?
No, like I've been saying more like the idea of like I miss like full on crazy facial like
Yeah.
rips and deformities and stuff where people would wear masks instead of getting fixed. Because I think that's fucking cool.
I've been watching Boardwalk Empire with the guy with like half a face and
Yeah.
he's a sniper and shit, and he's got the fucking mannequin face over it.
Yeah, I love that shit.
I love it, man. It's
Yeah,
fucking-
I love it. I'm certain it's traumatizing for the people, but
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, no, but
But yeah, these guys are like, how strange.
but
can
at
he
least
be?
this guy here, all right, brighter side. This dude who would have just been alone,
God.
he had people by his side when he died.
I will say though, I think that he would have wanted his family.
Yes. But I don't think
I don't think it's like
They
not
were-
me. I don't want randos coming.
yes.
Like necessarily, because then you gotta be like, what do? You know,
Yeah.
what's your fucking life? Why are you dying? You know, how much longer you got left? Well, yeah.
but this is the result of free healthcare.
Wow. Yeah. It's still better than nothing. Ain't it a good job?
That's why we pay for our shit here in America.
That's why we pay so much. Now, how strange do you need to be to not remotely recognize the face of your son? Like, right?
I mean, yes, it is kind of on them, but at the same time, they rushed there
Oh, yeah, sure.
because they got the call from the hospital.
And then
that's
they
like,
just jumped
like
right in.
he's like gravely ill. You should get here right now. And they
How did they get their contact information without talking to the son?
because I think they just fucking switched the information on the wrong like the son was in the
could've-
hospital.
Do you think that the guy could have lived?
The
And
other
that they
guy,
actually thought that he was.
they're like kill him,
Yeah,
take
yeah,
his
yeah.
organs.
Meanwhile,
No, I
like,
don't think- he had ventilator tubes in his throat. He was going out.
Yeah.
They called him there because he was going out.
but that would be funny if they switched it entirely, and you're like, pull the plug. This guy can't make. Meanwhile, he's just like recouping from surgery. And they just fucking
they
dies.
did give away his kidneys.
God, they just fucking just immediately.
Yeah.
Because those are the most nutritious parts.
Yeah, they said they haven't heard from the other man's family, but with the help of the Ontario's chief coroner, she's returned his belongings to the family: lighter, electric razor, and a $10 bill.
Wow. Nothing. No such thing as a free lunch.
Yeah,
In this fucking country. Well, that just shows what can happen and why you got to fight for yourself as a patient. And that's why it's really important, I think, for all of us to learn sign language so that if you're incapacitated, you can literally, you can go like, my parents are not real.
yeah. Other good news from this story: I think it actually kind of reconnected them as a family.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man, you see in that way, a goof 'em up
yeah,
sometimes leads to a fix 'em up.
yeah. Don't do hard drugs.
No.
Keep them light.
Yeah, man. Slightly do everything.
Yeah,
That's what I say. Just a little bit. Except for estrogen. If you don't need it
Right.
or don't want it. Now, this guy, this is a great story. This came from last week. This is obviously this makes it makes a lot of sense that it's a hardcore band.
yeah.
But this is a very funny story, and it's a long way to go around doing this. So
I think I heard about this.
yeah, this is great. So this story is about the band. I believe the band is called, it's something, what the guy that put it for was a guy named Yorona. But what the band was called, like, Heavy Wedding, or Much About Guthrie, something garbage.
La Llorona Inc.
That's the name of the guy. What's the name of the band? All right.
Llorona's the band.
So it's the name of a band called Llorona, much like the crying woman that we covered in our last podcast and left. But the band, we were having issues. Now, as you know, inside of a band, there's inner fightings, and sometimes people like, especially like cool rock bands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like somebody's got a hot new girlfriend, but you're the lead singer, and you're like, I should have a hot girlfriend. I have all the girlfriends, and then you see his girlfriend, and you're like, you should be my girlfriend. And then, but normally what you do is write like a song for her, and then the craziest riff that you can think of, Layla.
Yes.
Right, like basically you got it right,
Stole
Layla.
George Harrison's wife.
That's what you do. That's
Yeah.
how you really do it. If you want to
Stole
do
her
it,
so hard that George Harrison played their wedding.
that's such a flip. That is a full inception.
Yeah.
Right? So like that's how you do it. But the story I'm about to tell you is how you don't do it.
Okay.
Now, there was a vocalist. The vocalist Diego. The band kicked him out. They've decided to part ways with Diego.
Where are they from?
They are from the I want to say
Am I asking wrong question? I'm sorry. I threw
no.
you off.
Sorry.
Tennessee.
Great. And so Diego, they said that he was exhibiting concerning behavior. Their singer. Now he said he admitted that there was a member of their band, and he was obsessed with the partner of one of his members of the bands, and he said to sabotage their relationship, he worked at a gym. The lead vocalist.
Yeah.
And so what he would give to his band members, he would give them the hookup on protein powder and a bunch of shit. So what he's decided to do in order to somehow steal his bandmate's girlfriend is that he decided to cut the protein powder that he gave him as a gift with a fuck ton of estrogen.
Oh, yeah.
In order to make him transition. And apparently he did it for 5 months. This shit's crazy.
So
Now,
what happened? Did he get tits?
they're going to go get tests now. So it's like they said he has been attempting to force a transition onto him for the last 5 months in hopes that he would give him the opportunity to quote unquote swoop in once he looked stronger and more manly in comparison to his buddy. And he said apparently he admitted all this drunkenly laughing about it like it was hilarious.
It is kind of funny.
It's not though, because it's very, 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 very bad for you if you don't want it.
yes.
It is the tampering has caused confusion, thousands of dollars in medical bills to the dude to figure out what's wrong with him because he's been having all these fucking problems. Because you can get if you don't know you're taking it, it's shit that's hard. Like you do get big tetons, right? But then there's erectile dysfunction. Your
Okay.
dick don't work anymore. Infertility begins. But then high blood pressure, your blood pressure begins to spike. Blood clots, low calcium. You have to be prepped. You have to do all this stuff in order to take estrogen. There's other stuff you have to do. Like
you
if you're in
gotta
the transition,
get healthy first.
Here's a bunch of stuff you have to do in order to get into the transition from male to female. Please side stories, lpotl@gmail.com, because I obviously have no fucking clue what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's still not good. It can also cause cancer. But that's it's just hilarious that they hung out and he was just like, maybe because you're bitching so much. Because you're half a lady. And he literally
he spilled the beans on himself?
hammered to all the buddies, acting like it was going to be funny. And he did the thing being like, but I'm telling you now, so it ain't funny. And so now all the rest of the band has to go and get tested to see if they have super high levels of estrogen in there. Because apparently he could just, according to this document, this is from metalsucks.net. Actually, I like the blog, but I actually don't know how he got access to the estrogen. But apparently he worked at some gym.
Dude, gym locker rooms, you can get any drug you want.
This is shit, because I don't go. I never went into a gym locker
A bunch of my buddies used to do steroids in high school. And I was like, how the fuck are you getting all these steroids?
Yeah.
You know, just so confused by it. And it's just like, gym locker rooms are basically fucking drug dealing dens. But like for steroids and estrogen and whatever the fuck, it's not really like coke, but I'm sure you could find it.
Yeah,
But it's like,
HGH is stronger than cocaine.
yes.
Yeah, HGH is going to turn you into a fucking monster.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I'll make it the big veins.
Yeah. I used to accidentally do steroids.
Yeah, you did it in high school.
In high school, yeah. What's it? Tetracycline, I think.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I believe that.
something. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah,
But
you look great.
Yeah, it was a total accident. It became Androstein. That was the name of it.
Oh, cool.
And
After Hurricane Andrew?
yeah, but they sold it at GNC. Because it wasn't
It's like creatine.
it wasn't regulated by the FDA yet, and their spokesperson was Mark McGuire.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and
big
then,
forearm.
yeah, and then I was taking it, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, this is illegal. We're gonna stop selling it, and so we went and cleared out the shelves.
Wow. I just did not know you could just get estrogen at the gym. I did not know. I thought
Yeah,
you
no,
had
you
to
just
get
get-
it from a doctor.
You just got to talk to the shadiest naked dude.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Rock and roll. But that is a crazy way to do this. And honestly, it takes too long. So I don't mean this.
yeah, it's a long game thing.
fully.
Just
but-
make up a lie.
Yeah,
if you want a guy to break up with his girlfriend.
Yeah, you just got to beat him up.
Yeah, but they're in a band together.
No. It's dumb.
I wonder if
There's
like,
other girls.
Did the music suffer?
It has to. Well, just
Right.
your body's changing. The guy was suffering from all these maladies he had no idea that he was suffering from. He didn't know his body was transitioning, which is fucking that's just got to be a lot. Because I tell you what, I'm going to try and make my boobies smaller by doing chest exercises. I should make my tits bigger.
Different ways. The tops you made bigger, right?
Well, and the bottoms. But the tops push the bottom down.
That's what happens.
I have bigger tits than ever before, but I'm stronger than I've ever been.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Your wife loves you. Everything's fine.
It's too late for her.
Yeah, it's too late for her.
I
She's
got
in
all her
it.
stuff. I got all her fucking stuff.
Yeah.
I want to do one more update.
By the way, I got some papers for you.
Oh shit, man! This is how we're gonna do it.
The one thing I wanted to talk about is
Oh, wait.
this is a quick one.
Well, I do want to just say, I got some, let's just say, light pushback from geologists.
Oh yeah. Why? Because the fucking world isn't growing.
I'm still waiting for a lot of the data.
Were
to
they
come
on
in.
my side?
I'm waiting for a lot of the data to come in because yes, I still feel like. Yes, so far the data has not shown it to be correct that the Earth is expanding on its own. But I feel like there's a lot
Rocks
of,
don't get bigger.
I think that we need to be more open in society. As a matter of fact, I got this message from my
What do you feed
my,
a rock
my
to get
dear
it bigger?
friend Ellie, that's a geologist.
What do you feed a rock to get it bigger?
I was going to come up with a pun, but I don't need to. I don't need to. All right, because you just need to do the reading. Now, this is what my friend Ellie told me.
Love you, Ellie.
You don't really need an understanding of geology to understand why an expanding Earth isn't possible. Conservation of mass. Where's the extra stuff coming from? Is the Earth inflatable? Whatever. They'll say the Earth is making it. How? Out of what? You can't make something from nothing unless it's a career out of talking into a microphone.
That's true.
They'll say, there's no viable mechanism in that theory, period. It also doesn't explain well-documented geologic processes like
Did
subduction.
they text this to you?
Yes, where one tectonic plate moves under one another and then is recycled back into the mantle where it melts. I'd like to see the proof of that. This explains, number one, why the Earth isn't expanding, and number two, the presence of old geologic formations deep within the Earth. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The process of subduction causes massive earthquakes. The entire West Coast is a subduction zone. Plate tectonics is a very sound theory and has a massive body of evidence to support it. Massive body sounds like it's lazy. Also, Ellie said, which is interesting, they also apparently, they do measure Earth from space.
Okay.
But that's saying that space is real.
Yes. Yeah. And there is a fella who he's trying to be an NFL player. Tyler.
Apparently also the shit in orbit would fall out of the sky if the Earth was expanding. But again, the permanent fixtures that is the sky, of course, yes, God might move the pieces around, but only because we prayed hard enough.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad you.
So what did you say?
I'm glad you have an open mind
I'm
to
open.
even think this was real.
Oh yeah, dude. So
I think it shows that you are willing to accept outlandish
Extremely open.
things.
Yeah, dude.
And also,
with
I
little
like-
to no questioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, my goal is I entertain ideas so that you don't have to, and then I carry that burden.
Well, that's what this show is for. We just say a bunch of stupid shit that we think is right, and then everyone tells us when we're wrong.
That's called back and forth with the audience.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
We're bringing you in.
Yeah.
That's not a mistake. That's a we're doing that
Yeah,
on purpose.
yeah. Space is expanding. Big
That's
bang.
also actually that is a theory.
Yeah.
I do know that the Earth is not expanding, but the idea of the expanding space is a theory that is not proved.
Yeah.
Because there's also the idea of that there's the big, obviously the Big Bang. And there's also the concept of the Big Crunch, that everything's coming back together, and Nestle's going to sponsor it. And then there's
those
also
motherfuckers.
those motherfucks. There's also just the idea that the Earth is expanding because God willed it, and how fucking dare you defy him? He's going to turn you into a frog.
Well, NFL draft prospect Tyler Owen says he doesn't believe in space and other planets.
Yep. He doesn't need to. He just needs to believe in football, right? Like, I actually kind of like a football player that doesn't believe in space because then guess what he's doing? He's more focused on the game.
Yeah, I mean, he is a favorite to be the fastest player at the combine. So
Of course, man, he's running from knowledge.
No matter what, like he is going to be in the NFL. So get used to this guy. He's from Texas Tech, Marcus's spot.
Oh, man. That's why Marcus is so well educated.
Yeah.
Got you fucking piece of shit, nerd.
Yeah. He spent 5 years in college.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Everybody does.
Yeah, he spent 3 seasons in Texas before transferring to Texas Tech. And
So did he major in space?
I think he majored in not going to class and running a 4.240.
That's again. You really think about where his priorities were, and they were in the correct place. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah. There really isn't much else to the story other than this guy is just like very foolish.
Can I ask you a dumb question?
Absolutely.
As a person still new to sports,
Yeah.
would that actually affect the minds of the people looking to recruit him? Like him saying like crazy shit. Because isn't it like, I might be wrong. Is it Kyrie Irving that says that he also believes in hollow earth and he believes that the earth is flat?
Yeah, but he's great.
Yes. He's a flat earther, but he's great basketball.
There
player.
is the NFL Combine. There is like an intelligence test at some point.
Well, you have to be extremely. You have to have an incredible memory.
Yeah.
And you have to, I mean, obviously.
Every plays are different. You got to be able to read it on the fly.
And now
you
half
know.
these guys have I don't know if I'm pronouncing these correctly, but they have degrees in like kinesiology, whatever that term is, like you study of the human body. There's stuff like that you
Yeah.
kind of have to do, right? Or am I wrong?
I mean, you don't have to, but it helps knowing like when your knee is going to fucking blow out and shit.
Do they make football guys do ballet anymore?
I think it goes by coach to coach. You know, I could see the need for it for linemen and linebackers, especially.
Very serious.
But yeah, no, yeah. So he's gonna be. I think he'll still make the NFL just because he's so fast.
Is that just the idea? But that would not necessarily affect their decision, you think?
I
to choose
imagine
you?
some people would be like, I don't want this guy on my team because he's an obviously.
Well, he's going to be a loose cannon. He's going to say weird shit into a microphone.
Yeah, but also that's kind of fun. Lots
Of course.
lots of players. Have
It
done
brings
lots-
eyeballs to the game.
Yeah. I think as long as he can prove that he's smart football wise, no one's going to care if he believes in outer space or not.
Yeah, because I guess they're really
It's
going to
got
be like,
nothing to do with the game.
look at the field.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got,
like the only ball you need to be aware of is the football.
I personally wouldn't care.
Well, I mean, it'd be hard because like, what if you were on leave with him? What's the term? Like, let's say you're out with him and it's you and your
Yeah.
boys. Like, not that you and I look at the night sky often together and sort of muse upon it, but like every once in a
I
while,
got the Constellation app.
yeah, if they were, we've used it, but it's like, let's say you're in Hawaii and you're going down there to play a football game and you're there with your compatriots and you're watching, and you want to say light being like, nah, that is a sunset right there, mister, and then the guy's like, that's God's lamp. Like, you're just going to have to deal with that?
I used to play football with this guy we used to call Dump Truck. All right. And Dump Truck wasn't the smartest guy on the team.
What?
And Dump Truck was a great defensive lineman.
Sure.
And he would,
That's what you want your
Yeah.
man named Dump Truck to
and
be
he
doing?
he would run through anybody. He would get through anybody. And, Dump Truck, he was fun. He never said the right thing, but he was
Great.
a real funny guy. One day he went to the barber and he wanted to get Dump Truck put in the back of his head back, in the 90s, back when people used to write things in the back of their head.
I remember, yeah, of course.
But when he,
I got mine. Mine just said beat me.
yeah. But he misspelled Dump Truck and named it Dunk Truck.
Yeah.
And he didn't know until he showed off his head to all of us at practice.
And then and you laugh for a second.
Shout out Deerfield Raiders.
Hey, yeah, are they still going strong?
I hope so.
They don't have a coach. No one's sucked or anybody or did anything bad?
Not during my time.
Great.
We didn't, spend that much extracurricular time together.
Honestly, I think that's a good way to cut that off of the pass. I think it's a good way. You don't need to be hanging out with coach all the time.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Great. This is. I think it's time for some listener emails.
Okay, listener emails. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
we did it because we learned a lot today.
I don't know if I did.
Yes, we did. We learned how it is still a very.
I learned not to take estrogen. And
Yeah, well, you can.
and that it's bad to prank people with estrogen.
Don't prank people with estrogen. Never dose anybody with anything. We always
Yeah.
tell people what it is that they're taking.
Unless you're a member of the Grateful Dead.
We've learned that geologists are. I'm still not.
They hate you.
They do,
They don't like you.
but I like them.
Yeah.
Ellie, I like you.
Yeah, I think Ellie's great.
And I
Thank
don't-
you for yelling at Henry.
And I,
by the way, I
but
appreciate
again,
that.
I think in the end we're just gonna have to agree to disagree.
You think so? You still believe the Earth is expanding?
I am holding out hope.
Why?
It's something else.
New property?
Yeah,
New pro-
I think it's just. I need something else.
we don't need more Earth. We've ruined the one we have.
No. We're defining it. We're sharpening it. I don't actually believe the Earth is expanding. I also said that too. It's the same thing with I got a lot of people like, I can't believe they're actually entertaining, and it's just being like, I mean, I don't know, bro.
I mean, if you believe everything we say, I'm sorry.
I don't know. Because guess who doesn't even believe everything I'm saying? My dogs.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's look in some letters. Reading a letter.
Letter. That's my song.
That's great. The fake seizure story reminded me of a much more deranged moment of drama from back when I was cool.
Okay.
I used to date a woman, nice, who was involved in the Burning Man scene. We lived in New York City, and her tribe would throw giant raves to raise money for their exhibits and travel expenses. I went to my first of these parties on an auspicious night. When we walked in there was an immediate sense that everyone had witnessed a fight. Lots of hush whispering and people saying, "Oh my God," etc. We were informed by one of her friends that we had indeed just missed a screaming match that almost stopped the whole party. There's this guy, her friend explained. He's totally harmless, but I've never seen him go off like that. She goes on to explain that there's a guy who comes to all these parties and brings a rug with him. He will then burrito himself up in the rug, positioned in an area where there will be heavy foot traffic, by the bar, near the entrance or bathrooms. And he gets off on having people step on him while he's in his cocoon. He's a known quantity at these parties, doesn't cause issues, and is well accepted by the community. His outburst tonight was caused by a second guy showing up with the same fetish and encroaching on his turf.
Whoa.
Over the course of my relationship with her, I learned through the grapevine that the two had since made amends and would coordinate.
Burrito Boys.
The Burrito Boys, who got what location before each party to avoid overlap. That's hilarious.
I think there's enough for everybody, especially at a rave.
I think you could just lay them together, and guess what that is? A flauta plate.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
That's amazing. I'm surprised that they fought.
I
I'm
know.
glad they made amends because they the only people who understand the other one.
I guess it's because you're willing to kind of step on one guy and you know you're making him hard, and then like the next one just might be a bridge too far. You might just be like, I've already played along.
All right. So there's a guy rolled up in a rug
Yes.
at a party.
Yeah.
He's in there. Everyone knows he's there. Everyone knows he's there getting hard because he likes it and everyone accepts it.
Yeah.
You show up to this party. Are you stepping on the rug?
Yes.
Absolutely, right?
Of course.
I feel like I'd have to.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to kick the rug or is it just a step?
I'll ask him.
Yeah.
Because there are some guys that want to get kicked as hard as possible.
Yeah.
And that would be kind of fun to try to get to do with somebody who's willing.
Honestly, like I've never kicked a human. And if someone wants it, it'd be nice to try.
I want to try it one time.
Yeah.
In a non-combat situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you want me to kick you.
Yeah.
And I want to kick you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I want.
Now
And
what
it's not because you dislike it. It's because you like it.
And I want you in a rug.
Very much so. I don't want to see your face.
I don't want to see your face.
I don't
and
wanna see the
kick
hard
a
on.
bare body.
No.
I want something in between.
If it's in a rug, I'll kick a body in a rug.
Yeah.
And you can keep you can keep that in there, and then you can go and masturbate later.
And I'm keeping my shoes on.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not even shoes are on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not letting. Unfortunately, that might make us prudes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking we keep your shoes on.
What about an elbow drop? Is that allowed?
Yeah, ask him.
Yeah.
We got to ask him what he wants. That's a lot of body. That's a lot of my body touching him.
Yeah, that's the thing.
when
I
it
think
comes down
people
to
at raves usually don't look like you and me.
No,
They're a lot tinier.
no, I actually think you're opposite. I think the guy in the rug is going to be closer to our end of the spectrum.
Yes, but no one's seeing him. He's wrapped up in a rug.
But he shows up with the rug.
Yeah.
And he's the guy. Hi, hello.
how you doing?
Hi. Yeah. Good evening. Hi. Good to see you. Yes. Yes, I'm the rug guy. Oh, I saw you wear trainers. Excellent.
Please don't toss me in the river.
Step on my balls, please. He's a guy, God, hey, he makes all, doesn't he? Doesn't God make all kinds? You get one step with shoes on. Haunted Ouija board. Next one.
Oh, aren't they all?
No.
No?
I bought a Ouija board at an estate sale. I have a lot of weird, possible haunted objects, and I thought it would be perfect for the collection. I have a bad habit of leaving things in my car since I absolutely loathe making multiple trips back and forth with groceries and such.
I get it.
Absolutely. That's a dude fucking code. If I literally shop that if it doesn't come with me in one go, I leave it.
Yeah, no. Also, when I'm packing my groceries, I'll put anything perishable in the same bag, knowing that I'm going to leave shit in the car.
Absolutely. If I'm going to leave shit in the car, which I never do.
Yeah, I got a bunch of like Julie's car is filled with my laundry right now, which is great. She'll bring it up, hopefully.
Lucky girl. So the board stayed rattling around the back seat for several months. Well, except for when I brought it to a Halloween event I was hosting for decor, and a friend who regularly sees ghosts looked at it and said, "Get that fucking thing out of here." I thought he was being overly dramatic, but obligingly, and took it back out to the car. I finally buckled down and pulled out all of the miscellany, including the Ouija board, that brought everything into the house. In the first week, I had what I brushed off as just a nightmare. I was overwhelmed with fear that a man was standing next to my bed. I was sleeping on my side, facing away from him, and I kept repeating, "Don't roll over. Don't look at him. Don't roll over." The dream eventually faded away into something else, and I woke up. 2 nights ago, as I was drifting off, I was once again overwhelmed with fear. This time there was a man standing in the corner, and I saw a dark, thick shadow figure lurking in the corner of the room. I stared at it for a long moment before I became fully awake and it dissipated. But this time the anxiety and fear remained for several hours after. Even typing this out caused me to feel a stifling, oppressive feeling. Anyway, I apologized to my friend and let him know that he was right about the Ouija board. It's now back in my car where it was, seemingly happy, and I plan to leave it there when I turn in my lease. Wow. You know,
Now
man,
that's evil.
mail it to us. P.O. Box
No.
470 North Hollywood 91603.
Don't mail it to us.
Mail it to us. We
I
will
don't
handle
want
it. No, because we will handle it. We have the way to handle haunted objects now. I know how to handle
How do you handle a haunted object?
Stupid. No, there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. You have to do it very carefully.
You put gloves on?
There's a way. There's a whole process.
Don't bring it in this room at least.
I'll put it in the other room.
Yeah, not that part. Not where I do Brighter Side.
No, I'll put it in the other room.
What other room?
We have many rooms.
I know we do. I just
This
want to
house
know.
has many rooms.
I think it's a bad idea. Because earlier today, they were like, you got to start doing the monthly seance. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking do a seance.
It's a funny thing on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Go to our Patreon. You can actually go talk to one of us once a month. We do a Discord seance.
Yeah, I'm doing it next Wednesday on the 13th. You can hear me do it. You can come hang out and I'll do the
Hang out with
seance. But yeah, they were like, yo, you could do it from home. And I'm like, I'm not doing a fucking seance in my house. I like started flipping out and shit. And then I find out it's just me talking to people who like me.
Yep.
So that sounds nice.
You see, it is nice.
Now, do ghosts like you?
Depends on how you approach them.
Depends on the ghost, right?
Yeah. You got to live every day wondering, are you living a life that a ghost is going to like you?
Yeah.
Because a
Also,
ghost watches you do the stuff that you do when you don't know other people are watching you do the things that you do. Right?
burn the Ouija board.
So the ghost, don't burn the Ouija board. Exact opposite, mail it to
Bring
P.O.
it
Box.
to a bonfire.
P.O. Box 470.
Throw it out in
North
the fire.
Hollywood 91603. Send it to us. And then I then love every day you're waiting for your haunted Ouija board to arrive that you're going to put inside of your best friend's home.
If you put it inside of my home, I might hit you.
And then you laugh.
I literally
and then you'll
might hit
laugh.
you. You know I'm kind of serious.
I know. And then you'll laugh, watching him be tormented by shadow creatures.
You know what? I'll let
each
Julie
night.
hit you.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do. I'll be like, you know what? Go punch Henry. You have fucking rights.
But Tootsie will warn you.
Tootsie will know.
That's the thing.
Dude, Tootsie will know.
You see her with the one cloudy eye, like looking to the side, going, like at the corner and
just
shit.
fucking shits on it.
Yeah, that'd be incredible. But we will handle it, and we will safely disengage it.
What do you mean disengage it? You're not a fucking Ghostbuster.
Ghost SWAT. Yeah, man, Ghost Bomb Squad, bro. You'll check it out.
Man.
All right, so
if
this has been
you
great.
send it here, I'm going to come find you.
No, you won't be able to. I have the email. I have access to the email. Patreon.com/last podcast on the left. Go and watch us talk and jiggle. Go to LPN Deep Dives. Dude, we got a all brand new episode of Dune. It's coming out this week.
And you're just doing one episode, even
Yeah.
though the movie's 10 hours long?
So long. It is very long. But yes, as long as I can physically speak to Holden. Then go on to the TikTok. for reasons tantamount to what our agent has asked us to do. To go at
That
LP.
made no sense.
Yeah, whatever. Go to at LP on the left. It's on TikTok. Go and look at that. Maddie, all our whole crew from New York is currently at studio
It's
in
fucking
LA.
cool, man. Lots of energy here, man.
It's really fun as fuck. We got a great, like, this. Socials be popping.
Yeah, I learned Discord for you fucks.
He did. And it is, honestly, it is
I
too
downloaded it. I
complicated.
updated my computer for you fuckers.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad. And then go to twitch.tv/LPNTV. This week we have Brighter Side.
That's right, on Wednesday. Today.
Today at 5 p.m. And then right after, I'm doing this Tears of a Clown on Deli Meats.
Yeah, you're doing it without me. I'm kind of mad.
Just come eat deli meat.
I will,
hang
but
out.
I got things to do.
You know what it is that
I'm going to see Lucas Nelson.
we were going to do a bunch of stuff this week and we couldn't end up doing it because we were going to make a big show out of the deli meat thing, but we got the Marcos makeover. So we're doing that. So, but we're going to start this and then you and I are going to
Yeah.
have a confrontation about meat.
Yeah.
But this is me really breaking down the differences between bologna and mortadella.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about sopressata versus salami.
Great.
We're going to be talking about prosciutto versus speck. We're also going to be talking about head cheese. We're going to be talking about stuff like that's what I'm sorting.
Oh, it's going to
right
get
now.
really intricate.
It's going to smell like a fucking the Baltimore Ravens locker room in there when it's done. And there's going to be a meat locker in there.
With that's more Old Bay smelling. That's what,
Or is there does fucking Sicily
the
have a
Jets.
fucking,
The
it's
Jets
just like-
probably smell like
Yes.
Supersonic.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. All right, we'll see you next week. Hail Satan, motherfuckers.
Hell, Ouija boards.
Yeah, buddy.
I hate them.
Send them down.
Send them, keep them yourself, and fucking sit on them and shit on them and fire 'em.
Come on, send them down.
Actually, that'd be a great idea. Burn Ouija boards.
Don't.
I am the opposite. I am the fucking SS of Ouija boards. Fucking burn them.
No, it releases it like nuclear radiation into the sky. You don't want to do it.
That's not real.
It is real. That's why Parker Brothers never throws anything away. They can't.